This is the takeout at campsite number 1 at Lake Lila. This is the campsite at the end of the portage from the parking lot. You come down a fairly long trail that meanders down the shoreline before you hit the site, which is modest but enough. It's a modest fire ring. There is tent potential here. I see 2 tent sites right off the bat, and I don't see any hammocks, but I wouldn't be surprised if you could figure something out. I see a sign here that says privy, so let's go find that. The privy is not too far off the site. It's behind a fallen tree, but there's a thunderbox here at campsite 1. And if you need a bathroom at the end of the portage at Lake Lila, this would be available by taking the trail right at the end of the portage from the parking lot. This is the takeout for campsite number 3 at Lake Lila. You come up about a 10-foot bank and you hit the site right off the bat. There's some benching, decent fire pit, a little bit of a homemade table. It's very close to the water and elevated, so it has a nice view. I don't see any obvious hammock spots, maybe over there. There's a tent site back there. And the toilet sign is this way. Let's go see the privy. You got the rear of the site, up a hill, maybe 80, 85 feet, and there's a thunderbox. So site number 3 has a thunderbox. This is campsite number 5 at Lake Lila. Coming off the beach. You're walking a flat trail. Maybe about 75, 80 feet. And you hit the site proper. It's a flat site. I see some hammock potential right off the bat. I see a big flat open tent site for multiple tents, or a big tent there. Very nice fire ring with a bench. It says the toilet's up here. If you go out the back left, of the site up a little hill about 60 feet. You get a thunderbox. Site number 5 at Lake Lila has a thunderbox. This is the takeout for campsites 8 and 9. 8. You walk in the trail to the right-hand side. You come in about 100 feet and you hit the site, which is a open site, flat, great for tents. I don't see any obvious hammock spots. Maybe down in there. Looks like somebody may have hung a hammock in the past down there. I don't see a toilet sign. Let's take a look. All right, this is campsite number 9 at Lake Lila. This campsite can be accessed from the road as well. If you hike from the parking lot down the road, you can reach this site. Small, doesn't really have a takeout. The takeout is shared with campsite 8, just so you know. So 8 and 9 share the same takeout. Let's see if there's a privy at this site. Hold on. I just walked out the back of the site. I didn't see a toilet sign, and here's the road. So I don't think there's a privy here at campsite 9. If there is, it's shared with campsite 8. Although I wasn't able to locate one there either, but I did see a toilet sign. All right, this is the takeout at campsite number 12 at Lake Lila. This site is actually located about maybe a quarter mile into the Beaver River. It's the only campsite located on the Beaver River. You walk in kind of an undulating, meandering trail. You maybe come in further than most campsites. It's got a good solid 150, 175, I'd say even pushing 200 feet from the shoreline. And here you have a flat, modest site. It actually has a lot of tent potential. Big, flat, open spot for tents. It looks like there might be another trail. That might be where the toilet is or another takeout. But here, let's head up this way and see what we find. I don't see a toilet sign here, but it's kind of just a trail to a high spot. Let's check the back. I don't see a trail. So I don't believe campsite 12 has a privy. There's no toilet sign like I've seen at many of the other sites. And if you have to go to the bathroom at campsite 12, I believe you're going to have to make your own accommodations. Okay, this is campsite 13, the takeout. Across the way there is Buck Island. You come up a hill, almost 100 feet, and you hit a nice, flat, little knoll with lots of tent potential and definitely some hammock spots that I see right off the bat. Another well-established fire ring with a bench. See a sign for the toilet. Let's go take a look at that. So you go out the back left. Down a pretty well-defined trail, and just over 100 feet or so you find the Thunderbox. All right, this is campsite number 14 at Lake Lila. And this is also Buck Island. You're looking at Wigwam Point. And let's walk up and see what this place looks like. You walk in about 125, 130 feet, and you hit the site proper, which is relatively flat, well-established fire ring, some benching, There's definitely some tent sites here. Although it's not a very large site. See a tent site right in front of me here. Could probably do another one right in here somewhere. Although it's not ideal, there's some roots and rocks. Let's go check out the toilet. So you go out a trail that's basically to the right of the site proper. You follow that down about 75, 80 feet, and there's a thunderbox. So Site 14, Buck Island at Lake Lila, has a thunderbox. To take out at campsite number 15, Lake Lila. You come in about 125 feet and nice big flat open site. Lots of tent potential here. I don't see much hammock potential right off the bat. You have to be a little clever with the hammock here. But if you prefer the tent, this site is sufficient. Big fire ring. A little bit of homemade furniture being started here. Let's check out the privy. So there's a trail out the back right of the site. And if you go in, probably 100 feet or so, Site 15 has another thunderbox. All right, this is the takeout at campsite number 16 at Lake Lila. You come in about 40, 50 feet and you hit the site proper with an open area and a pretty well established fire ring, small bench. Let's go back here a little bit. So probably got several locations depending upon how big your tent is, but 1, 2, probably a third one right here in front of me. I see a couple hammock spots already. And you come basically right out the back left corner, and you have a thunderbox not too far from the site. Okay, this is campsite number 17 at Lake Lila. This is the closest to the shingle shanty, which is the mouth of the shingle shanty is right over there. You come in about 75 feet and you hit the site proper, which is relatively flat. Definitely tent potential here, several spots for a tent, several hammock potential in this back area, although you'd have to get a little creative. I don't see anything right off the bat. I see as we move a little further back, there's some spots. The toilet is also back this way, so let's go find that. So you go out kind of the back left corner, and about 100 feet in, you'll find a thunderbox. Looks like we have a little bit of a homemade stick counter. It's actually pretty sturdy and useful. Yeah, for campsite number 21, this is Spruce Island. This is the only campsite on Spruce Island. Come walking up. And I hit the privy right off the bat, so this must be the back side of the site. And there must be multiple takeouts here. But here's the privy. Let's see if we can find the campsite. Top of the island's pretty flat. The campsite's more on the eastern side. It's nice and flat. Big tent sites, lots of hammock potential. Got a pretty good view. Looks like this is probably another takeout here with a little shady swimming hole. Okay, this is the takeout for campsite number 22 at Lake Lila. You come up a little bank. You walk in only about 50, 60 feet and you get the site proper, which is big and flat. Lots of tent potential here. I'm sure there's some hammocks. You'd probably have to just look around, but there's lots of trees. There's some benching around a modest fire pit. Let's go see the toilet. You go out like the back left of the site, and about 100 feet up, you have a fern surrounded thunderbox. This is the takeout at Site 23, Lake Lila. Come up a small hill, not too far. It's only maybe 75 feet from the water, if that. You hit a nice flat site. Well-established fire ring, several tent sites. I see some spots for some hammocks right off the bat. There's another takeout over here. Looks like a trail, maybe going down to the water here for another takeout. Looks like 3 different ways up into the site proper from the water. And it says there's a toilet back this way. In fact, I can see it from the site. You walk out the back right of the site. You go up maybe 55, 60 feet. And there you have it. Site 23 has a thunderbox. Okay, this is campsite number 24, Lake Lila. Trail splits here. I see a sign, so I'm going to follow this sign. It's telling me to go up here to the left. You come in about 100 feet and you hit the site proper. It's flat. It's nice and flat. There's several potential tent sites right off the bat that I see. Definitely lots of spots for hammocks. Pretty well established fire ring. I don't see much benching. There's a sign here that says toilet, so let's go find that. Guessing it's down this trail. Site number 24 at Lake Lila has a thunderbox.